And okay, so if you're planning to play Druid on release, this is probably the best build to play and get to the end game as soon as possible. This is a very simple build. It utilizes the Primalist's main skills to steamroll through the campaign. Primalist is extremely easy to level, mainly because he has minions and totems, and that's exactly what we're gonna use for this build. So the first skill for this build is the wolf, which you get at the very start of the game, and he's gonna be with you for a while until you get the later skills. At level 3 you will unlock Fury. I highly recommend you use it because it's the only movement skill that you're gonna use. Primalist is a bit slow, and having a movement skill is extremely useful, so be sure to actually get Fury Leap and always use it to try to move quickly at the start of the game. You won't be doing a lot of damage with it, you mostly will be just using it as a movement ability. And then at level 4 you want to get the Thorn Totem, which will stay with you until the end of the campaign. This is going to be doing a lot of damage, and it's kind of crazy that you actually get it at the start of the game at level 4 because it is extremely useful. Now for Thorn Totem tree, the first nodes you want to get are Totemic Wisdom, which increase the mana efficiency so you can spam it as you move through the map very quickly. The next node you want to get is the Ancient Power, which increases damage. The cast speed doesn't matter because you will quickly recast, and since we reduce the mana cost with Totemic Wisdom before we get Ancient Power, it allows us to spam Thorn Totem if we need to. After that you want to get Impale, which gives you a chance to get double damage, and after that having Shred Armor is very nice, and Winged Thorns, which increase the speed and range of the thorns. You could instead get Torrent of Thorns, which has a chance to double the projectiles. Yeah, Thorn Totem is what's gonna carry you through the campaign. And once you get to level 10, that's when you want to get Tempest Strike. That's gonna be your main melee ability. It does a lot of damage, and as you can see me play, I'm mostly not using it. I'm just using Thorn Totems and Maelstrom, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. Tempest Strike is very powerful. I recommend you focus on the cold damage, so you want to get Chilling Blows and Winter's Chill, and Absolute Zero, which reduces the chances of getting lightning damage and physical damage. So we want to mostly focus on cold damage as much as possible. Now once you spend some points in the Primalist passive tree, you want to get Eterra's Blessing. It's a very nice defensive healing buff. You want to try to focus on getting Binding Heal, which increases the amount of self-heal, and with that also increase healing by getting the improved Blessing node. And I recommend you also get Purge, which is very useful. It cleanses all elements, so you can cast it on yourself and just remove any elements you have. For the final skill, you want to get Maelstrom, which is a poor man's Righteous Fire. So it's gonna do some AoE damage, and we do want to focus on cold since we got cold in Tempest Strike. We want to get cold in Maelstrom too. I recommend getting the Turmoil node, which increases the area of effect, because the node we want to try to get is Eye of the Storm, which decreases the area by 50%. So getting Turmoil and getting Eye of the Storm is gonna increase the area by 50%, increase the damage by 100%, and having Arctic Chill and having the damage here is very important because having Maelstrom active and Thorn Totems allows us to move quickly through the map. We just throw Thorn Totems near enemies and we activate Maelstrom, and you will just walk and kill most small enemies. If we encounter a big enemy, we hit them with Tempest Strike, and we have a movement ability with Fury Leap and defensive healing with Eterra's Blessing. So these are all the abilities that can carry you through the campaign. You really don't need anything else. It's very simple, it's very fast. And for the equipment and gear, you want to get items with increased cold damage and armor and elemental resistances. Those are the main things you want to focus on early in the campaign. And I highly recommend you craft and upgrade your equipment as soon as possible. Now, some people might think that upgrading your equipment in the campaign and using crafting materials is a waste. Now, that could be true, but if you want to get through the campaign as soon as possible, you do want to upgrade your equipment as soon as possible. It is possible that you will get better equipment after you upgrade your equipment, but if you choose to upgrade your equipment in the campaign, it will help you clear the campaign faster. That's my opinion. The upgrading materials like shards are really not a problem in the late game. You do get like thousands of shards, like that's not really a problem. And early in the campaign, you're not gonna use any important materials for crafting, ruins or glyphs or anything crazy like that. If you do get some runes of shattering, you might want to use that on some equipment that have really good affixes that you want, and you shatter the equipment and get the shards and just upgrade anything that you have. So shards are really not a problem in the late game, so don't worry about using them if you want to get through the campaign very quickly. And of course, like I can't really tell you like to get specific items in the campaign, because you do want to get anything that you can get and just upgrade it. And if you want to go through the campaign very quickly, just upgrade any item that you have. I'm gonna leave the link for the build in the description. If you like this video, please press like, and if you want to see more Last Epoch content, be sure to subscribe, because I will be posting a lot more. That's it. Take care.